The vast arena on the neutral station of Erithos was a marvel of engineering. Designed to host contests and exhibitions between species across the galaxy, it was a place where tensions could be eased, friendships forged, and skills tested in friendly competition. The grand event of the season was a match between the Galactic Peacekeepers, a coalition of the most skilled warriors from various allied species, and a representative of humanity, known simply as Jax. Jax was a Deathworlder. The term was whispered throughout the galaxy with a mixture of fear and respect. Deathworlders were humans from planets where survival was a daily battle against hostile environments, deadly predators, and harsh conditions. Their physical and mental endurance was legendary, but few had ever witnessed it firsthand, especially in the refined and formal settings of the Peacekeepers. The Peacekeepers had invited Jax to participate in a friendly match, a demonstration of skill and camaraderie to strengthen ties between humans and other species. Many assumed it would be a polite exchange, a showcase of techniques rather than true combat. Jax arrived wearing simple training gear, unadorned and practical. His presence drew curious glances. Several Peacekeepers, towering and heavily armored, approached him with measured respect, tinged with skepticism. "Are you certain this is a good idea?" whispered Krell, a three-limbed warrior from the planet Varnus. "The humans talk a lot about toughness, but their methods are different." Jax smiled faintly. "I'm here to learn and share. Speed and strength are only parts of the story." The match was set to begin with a traditional Peacekeeper ritual, slow, deliberate movements meant to test reflexes and technique. Jax nodded and entered the arena, his posture relaxed but alert. As the signal sounded, the Peacekeepers advanced with their usual precise strikes, weapons glinting under the bright arena lights. Jax's response was unexpected. Without a hint of hesitation, he moved with a speed that seemed to blur his outline. His footwork was light yet explosive, each step calculated but unpredictable. The Peacekeepers tried to anticipate his moves, but Jax was always a step ahead. The crowd gasped as Jax dodged a strike from Krell with fluid grace, then countered with a swift tap that sent the Varnus warrior stumbling. Jax's style was unlike anything the Peacekeepers had seen. No heavy armor, no overwhelming power, just pure speed and precision. Another Peacekeeper, a massive being named Dran, stepped forward, wielding a weapon designed to deliver crushing blows. The arena held its breath. Dran swung his weapon with brutal force, but Jax sidestepped with astonishing quickness, closing the distance in a heartbeat. With a series of rapid movements, he disabled Dran's weapon with a strike so fast it left the audience in stunned silence. Throughout the match, Jax displayed an uncanny ability to read opponents. He anticipated their attacks, adapted instantly, and used the environment to his advantage. The arena's uneven surfaces, lighting, and spatial configuration, all potential obstacles, became tools in his hands. Peacekeepers who had trained for decades found themselves outmatched, not by brute strength, but by Jax's uncanny speed and awareness. After the match, the Peacekeepers gathered around Jax in awe. "How is this possible?" Krell asked, voice tinged with disbelief. "You move faster than any of us have ever seen," Jax shrugged. "It's not just speed, it's endurance, training, and a will to survive. On Deathworlds, you don't have the luxury to hesitate. Every second counts." The conversation turned to the conditions on Deathworld planets. Jax described jungles thick with deadly predators, storms that could shred flesh from bone, and terrain so unforgiving that only the strongest survived. His people learned to move fast, think fast, and endure through sheer force of will. "You humans have evolved differently," said Dran thoughtfully. "We rely on strength and technology. You rely on something else, something primal and relentless." Jax nodded. "That's right. Our survival depends on it." Word of the match spread quickly. Across the galaxy, military leaders, trainers, and diplomats watched recordings with newfound respect for humanity's unique strengths. Some began to question their own approaches to combat and training. The Peacekeepers invited Jax to lead workshops on agility and endurance, eager to learn from the Deathworlder's experience. During one such session, Jax emphasized more than physical skill. Speed isn't just about muscles, he told the assembled group of warriors. It's about mental sharpness, focus, and the willingness to push past pain and fear. It's about understanding your environment and your own limits, and then breaking them. A veteran peacekeeper from the planet Solthar raised a question. How do you keep that will alive, especially in the face of constant danger? Jax looked out over the group. Because giving up means death. But more than that, it means losing what makes life worth living. We fight to protect those we love, and to carve out a future in worlds that want to break us. The Peacekeepers began to adopt new training methods inspired by Jax's teachings. Their fleets became faster, their soldiers more adaptable. Diplomatic relationships strengthened as respect for humanity grew. What had started as a simple, friendly match became a turning point in interstellar relations. A reminder that strength takes many forms. And sometimes, the fastest path to victory is through endurance, adaptability, and unyielding spirit. As the arena lights dimmed and the crowd dispersed, Jax stood quietly, reflecting on the impact of that day. In a galaxy filled with ancient warriors and advanced technology, the raw, relentless spirit of a Deathworlder had shown a new way forward. Not just for humans, but for all who sought peace through strength tempered by speed.